First of all, I would like to ask you about political context of your movie, because I wonder if people who are not interested in politics will they be interested in watching your movie?
Yeah. Anyone who says that they're not political can't consider themselves an engaged citizen, because we are born political beings anyway. We have to vote now. We have to discuss these issues. We have to consider what is the future of Europe. We have to give that to our children as well. It's our responsibility. I mean, we do not live without politics. We don't live in a vacuum. And the film, The Barefoot Emperor, really addresses these really urgent questions. Who are we? Where are we going? And then it presents on a platform also small mirrors to the past, because we do have to look back at the past constantly and remind ourselves of another age when diplomacy was handled differently, and remind ourselves of all the disasters which were not so long ago and which are maybe kind of looming in our near future.
What was the way you come up with the script, with the story? Did you base on some true events, or did you just come up with the story?
So the story of the Barefoot Emperor started long ago. In fact, it's a sort of sequel to King of the Belgians, a film we made 3 years ago, and that was a very light-hearted and quite airy road trip across the Balkans, and it felt like unfinished business. And just by chance, we were on an island in Croatia, Tito's Island. Didn't know anything about it, didn't go there with the intention of creating a story. In fact, it was almost a happy accident, but arriving on this island, we recognized immediately that this was a very interesting stage for a potential film, but a film that would be hermetic, that would be isolated on the island. And so this character of the king, which was the main character of the previous film, we thought, okay, conveniently he was shot in the ear in Sarajevo. We already had this scene already shot, and that naturally he would wake up on Tito's Island and in a state of severe confusion, like all of us today in Europe, in fact, and slowly recognize that he's living in the calm before a storm, and the storm is the rise of nationalism in Europe. And the poor guy, he's, because of circumstance, designated the emperor of this future very questionable Europe. And so that sets the premise for this. And so it's all intended to be a very slow, agonizing, strange, surreal, absurd trip without a road.
And what kind of genre is your movie? Is it drama? Is it comedy? Is it surrealistic? How would you describe it?
Yeah, for someone who is a filmmaker and screenwriter, genre is not something we consider. That's for the other people to put the label on top of a project. I mean, we have to just follow our instincts and really genuinely, sincerely trust what we're doing, and later people can put it in categories. So genre, I don't know anything about genre, actually. In fact, some people laugh from beginning to end, and other people have a look of horror on their face from beginning to end, because it's so close to reality. So it really depends on your state of mind, the context, where you're from, and what kind of circumstances you live in your society. Here in Poland, everyone's on the edge of an election. It's a very divided, divisive society, just like Belgium now, where there's a very strong surge of the right, very alarming. So, in fact, it's a disturbing film for many people, and that's great, because cinema should disturb. Absolutely, that's one of the functions of cinema.